A very pleasant Thursday morning to you. Welcome once again to Untengle on the Bridge 99 FM. Thanks for joining us, Richie B and the Up and Go team. You have yourself a wonderful day. Want to say a very special welcome to those on the bridge, listening to the bridge, been listening to the bridge, and continue to listen to the bridge. Thank you very much for joining us. Again, we say that's why we're here. We're here because of you. Want to say a very special morning to Team Untengle. You know, we start this interview at 15 minutes after 11 o'clock, so we have 1 minute before we really start the interview. So we don't start the interview yet, so you can tell me who is your favorite artist before we start the interview. Who is your favorite artist? We don't have to be Jamaican.
Okay. You know, I have several favorite artists.
Okay.
Several. And you know, in Jamaica, anytime you call one name, it's just always a division. The next side, not like, you know.
You're right. True.
But Massacre, Idonia, Bounty Killer, we rate them artists. I love them artists there. A matter of fact, even Idonia, some of my colleagues, them, you know, I'm into a group named Top Guns. Mm-hmm. Appear top people in there, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
And he's in the group?
Yeah, man. You know, he's not in the group, but they call me One Voice.
Okay.
You know, because always speaking out and talk the right things, you know.
Nice.
And big up Mr. Thousand, because he's one of the member of the group, you know.
Top Guns.
Top Guns.
Merciful Father. All right, this sounds great. So, it is now 15 minutes after 11 o'clock, so it's now time for us to have an official chat with Constable Cleon Porter. And we're going to be finding out more about him. So before we start talking about your humanitarian work, Constable, I know that you work in Portmore, you work in that area, but what I found very interesting is that your humanitarian ways started from a very young age. Let's talk about how you were raised, where you were raised, and who influenced you.
Yes, man. So, thanks for having me. Morning again, the whole of Jamaica. Yes, I'm indeed grateful for this opportunity to have my voice heard. Yes, so, you know, I was born in Kingston Hospital. I raised in Trench Town, and they call it Rima. Yes, East Road there. Yeah, man, the side that they call Action Park or something like that.
Yeah, well, I know so that them call it about something like that.
Yeah, so
that's where you were raised?
That's where I was raised, you know, and then I leave in my teen and start to live in Portmore.
Okay.
You know.
So how were you raised?
So I was raised by my mom and my stepdad, you know, so and my other families. My uncle was a soldier at the time when I was young, you know. He ended up migrate, go overseas. So growing up, see police and soldier coming into the community, and especially my Uncle Brown, man, big up yourself. I always admire, say I want to be.
Which one?
A soldier first. Yeah, so what happened, it never worked out. I ended up turning police, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad I ended up turning police, because it give you more opportunity to me to be more impactful.
Yes.
In society.
Yes.
Yes. So
I understand that. I really do, because a lot of young boys tend to want to be a soldier. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the tanker and the way how the soldier them look. But just like you said, I've never thought of it that way. But you really do have more opportunity to serve as a police officer.
Yes, man. So when I look and see in the community, so many friend killing friend and different things, and I see that gunman way is not the way to go. Mm-hmm. Majority, most of the young youth, them feel attracted to it, but I say no, because I always see in his friend killing friend, and war against the other side for what? And my mother grew me in church. Mm-hmm. You understand? So I'm born with that love in my heart for humanity. Nice. My grandmother was blind at the time, Miss Bryan. May her soul rest in peace. Yes, and she teach you how to share as a family. We always, no matter how small the bread is, the food is, she teach you how to share. Mm-hmm. So growing up with her as a blind, as a grandma which is blind, it touched my heart to always grow with that care, to care for humanity naturally. Yes, I'm a natural
with no strings
no
attached.
strings attached.
Absolutely.
And I'm not acting with my giving and caring and loving. I have some people act, but they cannot act with this.
I love
it has
that.
to be natural.
And it will come out. I mean, if you're acting,
Yes.
it will come out. If you're natural, it will come out. It will all come out in the wash.
Yes.
So yours is natural, and yours is also inherited.
Inherited. It's in the blood. Strong.
I love that. So your grandmother has passed, no?
That's passed.
All right. So which school you went to?
Holy Trinity High School. Went to Holy Family first, then Holy Trinity.
Okay. But, listening to you, there are so many questions that I would want to ask, because you mentioned a while ago that you didn't want to go the route of the gun. But you went the route of the gun.
Yes.
So, but it's how you got to that route that makes the difference.
Exactly.
So I know you've seen, let us be real. You've seen some of your colleagues who have gone in a wrong way too. Tell us how that affect how you deal with your life.
Yes, as I say, a wise man don't only learn from his mistake, The real wise man learn from others' mistake. And this is what I always tell the younger youth, them and all those people say. You see what the next, we have a lot of example of persons that go the wrong way and see where they end up.
Right.
So it don't make no sense. Go the right way and be productive in life, because I believe in black people power and strength, and I believe that we can unite just as how the Chinese persons them unite, and that is what messing up Jamaica and we as black people, because we're not uniting. Too much segregation.
Very well
Too
said.
much segregation. So we just need to unite and focus and keep positive, leg out the negativity. You understand? And we will excel just like the other races.
Some who are, I'm listening to you, and it's like I hear you on the corner telling the youth them this very same thing.
Every day.
Oh, gosh.
Every day. A lot of my phone always ring off, man. I always look for me. That's why anything I'm doing, I always try to get the youth them involved. Even I have a entertainment business where I get these youths involved, produce them. When I have security work, we get them, put them in some clean clothes, and make them be a part of the security team at events and those things. So that's what we do, get them involved. Because the job that I do, we're able to know a lot of people. So when persons want people, we get them connected.
You mentioned that you have an entertainment company, and it is my experience that art and music, the arts generally, is a wonderful way to bring the youths in. Have you found that? And is this one of the reasons why you even thought of setting up an entertainment company?
Yes, man, because as you know, with entertainment, it's not everyone bookwork know the bookwork, And that's what most parents need to understand, that your child maybe don't intelligent enough that know the bookwork, but they have a skill, and once they know the art in drawing, in acting, in music, DJing, those are skill, and it can make them make more money than persons who do the bookwork. We see that many times.
All the time.
Yeah, so you see it with Shaggy too, and many other artists. So and this type skill, entertainment skill, put Jamaica on the map.
Absolutely. I could have sit down here and talk to you all day, but I can't. So so let us talk about you. So you moved to Portmore.
Yes, man.
So you have a lot of love and affection for those in Portmore.
Yes, man. Love, man.
All right. So let us talk about the Portmore Self-Help Disability Organization. Tell us what it does. I know it's non-profit. Tell us about it.
Yes, man. So this organization was around from about 20 years ago. Bridget Johnson, big up herself. She formed it. Yes, man, that organization many years ago. So now, over 6-7 years ago, I am now the director along with some other directors. So she's not in Jamaica now, so I'm the one leading the charge, getting things done. This organization is a very powerful organization. We have over 300 members right now, and there are many persons living in the Portmore community. Not because it named Portmore Self-Help Disability and meaning it's only Portmore members. We have members in Kingston, all over the parishes. We have members. So we don't refuse anyone. So once, if somebody want to be a member of the Portmore Self-Help Organization, persons with disability, it's just $1,000 for the year registration and a picture. And we represent, because we advocate for persons with disability, because that section of society, the disability community, is like they are voiceless. So we are being the voice for them.
What made you reach out to that section of society? Because sometimes that section of society is very overlooked. What made you go there?
As I said from the start, my grandmother, she was blind.
Oh, yes.
So it's
Yes.
strength, it done, and I have that passion, always thinking, how can I be more impactful to society? Yes, I'm a police, but it kind of limit my scope to when I'm working to a specific section. I want to be impactful around Jamaica and even around the world. So I'm always seeking for more and want more. You understand? Always seeking for more and want more. So this is how I get involved. And when I was working, I met in an accident on Constant Spring Road there. And from that, I'm on some disability, you understand? So when that accident caused me to can't turn my head to the left too much fully. Yeah, so from that time also on disability also. So these things encourage me to look out for those that are in need, because I don't like to walk the street every day and see persons of unsound mind on the street and those things. It hurt my heart, it pain my heart. So I reach out.
Yeah.
You know?
We really need a lot more of this, Oh, I'm looking at you for so long, I do remember to look at the monitor.
Yeah.
So, is that you?
Yes, man, that's me,
Okay,
man.
so we're looking at the monitor here now, and there is Constable Porter, and he is, what you doing there?
Yeah, so I received that wheelchair from someone from overseas. Yes, Kathleen Nelson, big up yourself. Yes, so persons reach out to me from time to time, because that gentleman there is a member of our organization.
Okay.
And he has met in an accident where for many years, so he always using the crutch stick, so he was in need of a wheelchair. So I made the necessary connection, and because underneath his arm is sore, because the pain that he has to
from
use
the stick.
from the stick.
Okay.
So he tell me his situation, and I reach out, and persons reach out to me, and immediately got a wheelchair and I hand it over to him,
Bless
and the
you.
person bring me some clothes to give him also, and money and things, and deliver them at another time.
When your fellow officers see you doing this, because I know they know what you do, are they inspired?
Yes, man, they are inspired. They are inspired, and they call me and tell me stuff to continue to keep it up, because these things, what I realize, like these act that I'm doing, another person not doing, sometimes it don't get the real highlight that it's supposed to get. As you can see what's going on in media now with police involved in some other things, and it's getting some major highlight.
You're so right.
Major highlight.
You are
because
so
it is a
right.
negative.
Yes.
So people feed on negativity.
Yes, not just with police, generally speaking.
Generally
Yes.
speaking.
Because
Yeah.
even in some inner city communities, there's so much going on, but them no focus on that. Majority criminal, them a focus on.
Yes.
So yeah. So
many of us are making some impactful contribution different
Yes.
from police work to the society genuinely, and we want to big up this station to be a part of this highlight to show the world that it's not all of us bad, it's not all of us corrupt. We have real people in the system also, and make a change, and this is just part of it. Still in Jamaica, this is just part of it, because I'm going to go to the top, and I'm going to push this initiative for the poor further, and for Jamaica, And I'm not gonna make any too much big announcement now, but
Wonderful.
the sky's the limit.
You know, as I listen to you talking, I remember back in the day when my mother was alive, and we'd talk about things that we don't like we'd talk about certain teacher, certain pastor, and them not deal with nothing. And I remember her saying, you have teacher, and you have teacher.
True.
You have parson, and you have parson.
True.
You have police, and you have police.
Definitely.
So, just like you said, we have a tendency to highlight the negative actions of people.
Yeah.
But now is when we really need to be searching for those who are making a difference. Definitely. Tell me how you feel when you watch even that yourself on the monitor and you hear people talking about you and saying what good you have done. How it make you feel?
Man, I tell you, man, it's tremendous. It just tell me that anything you envision in life, just envision good things and it will come to pass. Because I remember a few years ago, I used to, me and another colleague used to, when Tony Rebel keeping his show, we used to get a small contract to assist him with security at the show. You understand, on a personal level. And when we normally, when we're at they have a booth with for the media, and when the media, you know, the show normally have a two nights. So in the morning when no one is there, I will go there at the media decks. No one is there, and another colleague of mine, Hilton, and him just stand there at the decks and him take some pictures and do a local interview. No one is there. No one is there, and this morning I said to him, say, can you believe it?
It come to pass.
Everything come to pass. We just playing around, taking pictures, doing interview. No one is there. And see there now.
Yeah, man, you're going to interview now.
Yes.
And so many more to come.
Yesterday I was on TVJ. Look, so you see, you just have a vision. That's what I'm telling you. Just stay positive and vision anything you want. You vision it, and it will come to pass.
You know, I can't let you go without asking you about, yes, we're talking about, you know, humanitarian acts and philanthropy, but there's a serious crime issue in Jamaica. And I'm asking you this. What do you think causes it? And how do you think, as a police officer, you can make a mark in lessening it? Because there's always going to be crime.
Yes.
But how do we lessen it?
Yes, very good question, powerful question. What causes it? I think our leaders need to not only talk the strategy, but when you implement it firm and keep it up, and find out not only from the top echelon, but find out from those who are on the ground what to do. Because those on the ground facing the criminals and who live in the inner city and those things, they know what is to be done. So not only talk it, but we must keep up anything that we plan, keep it up and keep it up to the T. You understand? So there's a lot of different causes. Some of the majority of the causes don't have anything to do with the police, because as you know, crimes are multifaceted thing, and
Right.
you know, as relates to, we call it now, poverty, income stream, all the fact, the family, whole of things persons have to get involved. But we just have to, anything that the leaders and plan, they need to stick to it and get information from the grassroots.
I love that, you know. And, you know, one of the questions that I really want to ask you, as you've mentioned this, has there ever been a meeting with the politicians and police officers on the ground as to how you think crime can be solved? That you know of?
Well, there's meeting with the politicians, but the meeting would go with the soup.
Executive,
the soup.
The top.
So we're talking about need to have meeting with the
Grassroots.
the constable, the corporal, and the sergeant.
Yes.
So meeting happen, but we
Yes.
need to have meeting with that level.
Yes.
And we need to adapt to approach as how the American system approach crime. You understand? Have to adapt that way. More undercover work need to be done. That the undercover work can clear up many crime issues.
Intelligence work.
Many crime issues. Yes. But Jamaica, don't worry. Because they never know. You know, hear me back on this. Which position I might be in.
You know, I love your energy. Love your energy. I'm so very happy that we met you. And what I love about you is that it is obvious that you are resolute. It is obvious who I see is what I get, and I don't get the most I get yet. We see it.
Yes, definitely. You have good spirit, man. You're a reader, woman.
Wonderful talking to you. I think you've said it all. If there's anything else that you think you need to say before you go, please feel free.
Yes, with our organization coming the second week of September, we're gonna have a 2-week boot camp that would be at the organization at 267 Borleys Avenue, Watson Grove. For persons with disability, they're going to receive, for that 2 week, they're going to receive a stipend after for 4 months when we're going to train them, teach them life skill, how to write resume, how to use computer, going to have guest speaker coming in during those 2 weeks, and lunch will be provided. It's going to be for a person who's 17 to 30 years old. And as I said, for a person with disability, it's because we're providing an opportunity for that section of persons who doesn't have a job. I want to inspire that group. So anyone around listening, they can make contact with the organization. The number is 214-4429. And persons with disability, they can come and be empowered for 2 weeks. And in September, doing registration for persons who want to be a part of the organization, who's between the ages of 17 to 40. We're going to teach them life skill the same way, resume writing, guest speaker same way, and it's going to be on a term basis. We also teach persons sewing. We teach them how to make soap and those different entrepreneurial skills. A lot of things going on.
Nice.
Yes, and Factories Corporation, we thank them, Dara Smith, for coming in Labor Day project and retrofit the center. Want to thank them for that, to come in and assist and do some good spending on the center that we have there. Wonderful. Blessings. And our member of parliament, he help us out. So we want to, it's a terror long.
Okay.
Thank him for assist and look out for us.
Well, wonderful talking to you. And if you've just joined us, we had a wonderful interview with Constable Cleon Porter. All I can say to you at this point, Constable, continue on your journey and may blessings flow abundantly.
And one more thing. We're going to have a surprising thing for Jamaica. These persons with disability, they are some talented persons where they have musical ability, DJing and singing. So we're going to be the organization to highlight them, and maybe one of these days we bring them here and let them show them skill.
All right, that sounds like a deal.
Yes,
all right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It is now 11:37. A wonderful conversation with Constable Cleon Porter, and in case you've missed it, we're going to have it on our IG website, so you can listen to it all over again and be as impressed as we are. We're going to take a break. We're so forward. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mama Kelly. How you doing?
I am very well. How are you?
I'm great. It's very hot here in New York City today. Weather steam up, it heat up.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
And I think we've been getting a little bit of break here in Jamaica because it has been raining. And that has cooled the place down. The other day it started raining and everybody, by the time we could have said,
That dry up. Same here, Mama Kelly. We only been getting some little drizzles and things of that nature. Not long periods of rain. We have been experiencing some intense heat all across the country, not just here in New York City or the tri-state.
I realize that.
Yep.
We're hearing of temperatures, some places in the United States of 105, 10. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Certain places out west, very, very hot.
Yeah. Where is West?
That would be like California and Arizona and states
Yes.
over in that section.
Yes.
Yeah, Texas and places.
Yes, that's where that's the south having a lot of heat waves. Yeah, I've been hearing that. So, what
Yes,
else?
Mama Kelly, let me tell you, on Tuesday was Kobe Bryant's birthday. I did not realize at the time, so I wasn't able to acknowledge it with you while we were on the air. But what brought it to my attention also was the fact that yesterday in a Los Angeles court, his wife, Vanessa Bryant, was awarded $16 million in a lawsuit over photos that were taken at the scene by first responders. Yes, they had took some photos that were, basically showing everything, the mangled bodies of the victims in the helicopter and things of that nature. Fortunately, the photos have not gotten out. I believe they were posted once and they were taken down, and there was some form of way they blocked them from getting out.
So if they've not been out, what was the lawsuit against? Just them
Because-
taking it?
Yes, them taking the photos and posting them, I believe.
Oh, they posted it.
Yes.
I didn't-
Somewhere, it was posted somewhere and it was brought to the attention of the family.
I didn't know that one could file a lawsuit for that. I'm happy there is such a thing. Because, we're just taking pictures of people's misfortune all over the place, and there really needs to be a lawsuit. I'll hear yes, sir. Lord have mercy.
And it's not just her. One of the another person was awarded 15 million also. His wife and daughter also died in the crash, and there were photos of them as well.
Is
So
this
it was
typical,
basically
though?
a $31 million lawsuit that it was.
Is this typical? Are there many cases of cases like this?
I've not heard of cases like this, but I know there are cases when people try to, release photos of people being nude and things of that nature. Like, some people get out of a relationship and then they have these private images of their ex-lovers, and
Right.
they decide to, expose those things.
I know
there
that,
are cases.
yes.
There are cases like
Yes.
those, videos and pictures. Yes.
I know, the good thing about a lawsuit like this, it is so public that it should caution people, because, internet crimes or crimes like that, it's just too much these days. And, sometimes you see pictures of people's loved ones after an accident or whatever. And, immediately I think to myself, oh my goodness, that must be traumatic. So,
And the people videoing and taking pictures, some of them don't have ill intent, but most of them, that's the first thing that they do, is to try to video something that, just to show it, to get likes and things of that nature.
Very
I
sad.
believe that if you're capturing a moment that you feel that, it's very important to capture something that's happening that can be used as evidence in any way, shape or form, then
Right.
that's okay. But when you're just doing it to post something for likes and, and clout
Wow.
or whatever they call it, then I'm all against that.
and something else that happens very regularly. Sometimes you find yourself in a problem, and instead of getting help from passers-by are more interested in taking your picture and
Yeah, tell you.
and capturing the moment. Either they are dead and a blow shot.
You could have had drone, Mama Kelly.
That's true, man. Them no
Yeah,
business. Them just capture the drone in.
Yeah, man. I seen that enough time, Mama Kelly, on social media, People are drone and them thing there, and man just stand up on the side of video, and I tell everybody else, I tell each other what to do, and nobody know how to do nothing. So
Wow.
it's crazy as to what, the technology has done to some of us human side.
Wow. Speaking about droning, did you ever find out more about those 2 Jamaican youngsters who droned on that bridge?
No, we didn't get any more information. The most I got from it was the fact that they announced that one body was recovered and one was still missing. I believe they had called off the search at
The
some
two
point.
were recovered. But why I ask
Yeah.
is that there are people, I don't know, here in my space who just find it a little strange, because the boys seem to have been two responsible boys, and they were the only two that drowned. So people are asking a lot of questions about it. So I don't know.
And we don't know if we fool them with it to Mama Kelly.
You
as
think so?
Jamaicans. No, we don't
We don't
think
know
so,
that. We don't know about that.
I don't really feel like you said, they are responsible boys, and just the circumstances surrounding it, in the dead of night, in the darkness.
Yes,
That just didn't make any sense. to
it
me.
just don't make any sense. And the part,
First of all, you cannot see where you're jumping into.
and then the part that is very suspicious is that it only happened to those boys, and it was a group of them. Very, not pushing anything or creating any negative thing, but it just, I'm hoping that it is being investigated.
True.
Oh,
Yes. Speaking of Jamaica, Mama Kelly, I wanted to ask you this question. Do they still beat children in school?
oh yes, they do. Oh yes. And can I tell you something? Corporal punishment is something that we are trying very hard to stop.
Right.
And you would never believe how many Jamaicans is saying, no, them forget beating. If kill them with, with lick. No, that is one thing about how I remember back in the day,
Yeah.
Jamaicans who live in the States would have carried them picnic down at Jamaica just to beat them. I don't know if you know about us. Yes!
Yeah, I've heard of that, Mama Kelly, and we've seen it, because over the years we've seen where parents send them kids to Jamaica for a couple of years just to make them get that, discipline, everything in them at an early age that we get in Jamaica.
Yeah, it can disciplinary is I have a brother where usually muscle up for every beating and it never worked, because after he muscle up for the beating them, he go back go do the same thing. So, me not sure if them thing they work.
Well, the reason I brought it up, Mama Kelly, is because I didn't even know this took place in the United States here. I just came across this story. Well, the story was sent to me by a good friend of mine. And the story goes as Missouri School District reinstates spanking as punishment.
Really?
And they've had people actually thanking them, both parents and, just people in general thanking the school district for bringing back the whole spanking scenario. According to the article, it says that about 19 states currently allow spanking in schools. And it's up to
19 states?
Yes, it's up to the state, because in 1977 they allowed the states to decide whether they wanted to have it. And 19 states to this day still does it: Tennessee, Oklahoma, Kansas, Kentucky, Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, whole heap of states.
I never
South
knew
and
that.
North Carolina, Texas,
Really?
Wyoming. Yes, I didn't know that either, Mama Kelly. And the district has also investigated, along with other ways in which they could curb the behavior of the children. And two of the other things that they came up with was banning iPhones and earpods and things of that nature from the classroom, from kids just having them in their possession, not what they're using to learn, but the ones that they have just in their possession. They have decided to ban them. And there was also the creation of what they call a Success Academy for students who struggle in a traditional setting in terms of learning and things of that nature. So it's not just the spanking or the corporal punishment, as we call it, but they're also trying other ways and other means to deter some of the kids from behaving the way in which they behave.
That is good. We need more creative ways. That's all, we just need to find more creative ways, because just like what you said, if you take away, especially nowadays, if you take away a child's phone, trust me, that a beating enough. You don't need to beat him again. You know what I mean? Because that really hurts. I mean, without being cruel.
True.
Because I there are times when you see a parent really beating a child, and you hear the parent and say, him too bad, stop beat up a pitney them.
For every syllable.
And you are beating because him not stop beat the pitney them. Come on.
Wow.
It don't make any sense. I was spared beatings, at least not look here. Remember there is something you see. You see when my mother beat me, there was a look in her fear eye like she enjoying every minute of it. No, trust me. And if you ever go say, you want me to give you something to cry for? Me think that you didn't do.
We get the beating them, Mama Kelly. We get the look them. We get the other means of punishment in terms of, this is what my mother used to do to us. Whenever we do something, if she don't want to beat we, she just wait till something came up that we wanted to attend. And she watch everybody get dressed. Let's say one little birthday party I go on. And she just watch everybody get dressed. And when I get ready for leave, she said, go take off on the clothes.
This go take off on the clothes. No, that makes sense. To me, that make better sense. That's punishment.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, man.
Plan for this party all week.
Yeah, man. All right. So we're going to take a little break. And we're going to take a commercial break. You know why my father spared me the beat? Not for anything good. My father usually tell me, "Sal, you if me beat you, me kill you." So he not even bother with that like me. But really and truly, I find it to be uncivilized. I really do.
Yeah,
I know a lot of critics.
There's a thin line also with the abuse and beating. We know what some parents who definitely go overboard in terms of saying they're disciplining their child, and it doesn't look like discipline. It looks more like abuse. Abuse.
We're going to take a break. Soon come.